All right, hey guys, welcome back to another Hey Dr. Helene. Thanks for tuning in. I've been loving the support. I'm sorry for not being able to upload a video as consistently lately. School is winding down and tests are coming up and step 1 is coming up, so that's been my focus. But after step 1, I'll be back to my weekly videos, hopefully. This vlog is mainly about what I wish I would have known before med school, as well as asking a bunch of my classmates and schoolmates about what they wish they would have known. So I got the perspective of first year medical students as well as second year medical students, just so that y'all can see the difference, because second year is tough. First year is also hard, but it's like a big leap once you get to second year. And hopefully this helps give y'all a little bit of insight on what you should do before starting med school, if you're interested in going to med school, or if you're starting med school this fall. So yeah, let me know. Hopefully if you like this video, give a thumbs up and just comment below, just letting me know what things you want to see in the future. All right, let's get started.
What I would have liked to know before I started med school is that it's definitely going to break you. First year is a completely different ballgame from any other kind of schooling that you've done. It's a lot of material in little time, but it's completely doable. You just need to stay focused and revamp a lot of the things that you normally do just to fit into this new environment, but you can make it through.
Something that I wish I would have paid attention to my first year is, one, being balanced and taking breaks. I didn't really listen to people when they said, oh no, you need to take breaks, don't just study like right after class, take time to exercise and things. I just dived right in. I found myself getting fatigued. And another thing is really attacking my learning style ahead in the beginning. So I'm a very visual learner, and I learn from like walking through things. So if I would have like really incorporated my learning in that way, I think it would have been beneficial and saved me a lot of time.
I wish I would have known that I would be studying for national exams while studying for in-house exams, so that could really help me try to hone my time management.
For me, I know they talk about you're gonna miss big events in your family's lives, but it wasn't until I missed my brother's own engagement that it really hit me that there's these milestones in other people's lives that you're not going to be able to attend because you have this commitment to a dream that you've had for yourself personally. So.
I wish I would have known that you don't have to study right after class for 10 hours a day in order to do well. You just have to do something that you love every day and just maintain your own mental sanity to do well.
One thing I wish I knew before medical school was that it's more of a process and a journey. They're going to come with down moments where you doubt yourself and think you're not good enough or up to par, but that's perfectly natural because it's a process of transition and becoming to the person you're meant to be. So some of these trials and errors are actually not to hurt you, but to help you grow and to solidify your weak points as well as strengthening your strengths. And also, so everybody goes through it their own way, their own path, and their own struggle, and you can't focus on that. You have to focus on yourself. But at the end of the day, it's just reassurance that you know that you will make it.
I wish I would have known how hard it is. I know that people tell you it's hard, and I've gone through a master's program, undergrad, everything, but I really didn't realize how hard it was. And the biggest thing for me was not to compare myself to other people, to go at my own pace and take things how I like to study, how I like to do things, and not compare myself to everyone else, because that has been the biggest lesson for me this year.
The things that I would have liked to know before I started med school would have been, well, the top would be the loans that we have accrued as medical school students. I wish I had known that before getting in, because that can be a little bit of a weight on you.
I wish I would have known that the work is doable. At first I was told that I was like drinking water out of a fire hydrant, which seems impossible, but they do provide you the tools to get through, so if you work hard, it's very possible, and I feel like I've done pretty well this year. So.
I wish that someone would have told me to not compare myself to others. Mainly because the first few months of med school, you're going to learn a lot, and you're going to learn a lot about yourself and your study habits, and it's really easy to try and look at your friends or other people in the class and say, oh, this is working for them, why isn't it working for me? And if you can kind of get over that and just focus on what works for you, then it'll be a lot easier.
So one thing that I would love to know before med school is learning how to make a schedule and planning things out. Because I'm more of an on-the-go type person. I just do things at that exact moment. So just planning stuff out so you can get through all the lectures or anything, it will help out drastically.
So I wish I would have known before medical school that your schedule is going to be always changing. So be flexible, be ready to make changes to your academic life with studying or studying groups, or when it comes to your personal life. If you like to work out, if you like to just hang out with friends, see family members, just be ready to make adjustments to your schedule week by week.
I think one of the things I need to know or wanted to have known before med school is that you can do it. It's not too bad. Honestly, your brain can take in a lot more information than you think you can. So that's one thing. So don't stress and just go in it with good energy and positive attitude.
I wish I would have known that I would have actually had a life. I thought that, once you're in med school, you don't do anything but study every single day. You don't have time for friends, you don't have time for family. And now that I'm actually here, I'm happy to see that I actually have time to go out with friends and chill if I want to, or relax on some weekends.
So one thing I wish I knew before I came to med school was knowing your own learning style and gearing your studying towards that. You don't want to study too much and spend too much time on something that you already know. Just trying to study smarter, not harder.
Okay, so one thing I wish I would have known before starting med school is how to balance personal life, especially with family. Just knowing that you have to endure things in your own personal life while still going through school. That is still a challenge to me to this day, but I wish that it was kind of more reiterated to us to, go out and possibly get counseling or something like that, some kind of mentor to help us along the way.
It's not a rush to get into medical school. You will have time to do whatever you want to do afterwards, or do whatever you want to do in that period that you finish undergrad. Finish undergrad, maybe get some experience, travel, enjoy life, and then go straight in, because after you get into medical school, there's not breaks at all. So you have to be ready to just be on go. So take your time.
One thing that I wish I realized before attending med school was knowing that I'm worthy. Knowing that I had all of the tools at my disposal to be the greatest and the most successful person that I could be.
All right, so I hope that listening to the first years on their opinions of what they wish they would have known before med school was helpful. So now we're going to go ahead and get started with the second years and see what they wish they would have known. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start off with myself. So something I wish I would have known before med school was the sacrifices that came with it. I don't talk to my parents every day. I honestly don't talk to my friends every day. I essentially just study. It's like once you have a career goal in mind, it's like you just want to achieve that goal. I'm 23. So I came straight out of undergrad to medical school, and it's like there's people that I know who are married, have kids, have bought houses and things like that, and I'm still in school. And I wish I would have just known those feelings that came along with it before starting med school, because it sucks. But you have to just keep thinking ahead, keep thinking of why you started this journey in the first place, and that's what keeps you focused and keeps you grounded.
Known about the lack of sleep, the amount of sacrifices I would have to make with my friends and family, the volume of work that I would have to do, and the lack of money. That's about it.
Okay, I wish that I had talked to multiple people in the year ahead of me, because I realized that they've already gone through the process. So they know the things that you should do, and they know the things that you should not do. I would have talked to people, gotten advice, because what I'm realizing is that a lot of the things that they advised me of, in hindsight, I realized was the right things to do. Year 2 is so much more information. Do questions. You have to do tons of questions. That's something I definitely did not do in the beginning, that I would have changed. Also, studying with people and talking about different problems is so important, because it's one thing for you to read it on a sheet of paper, but when you're talking about it, you're getting different perspectives, and something about the conversation, and also just helps the information stick a whole lot more.
Before med school, I really wish
I would have known that it was a little more serious than I probably took on coming in. And I was on a pretty big high coming in, just excited to be here. But I didn't really take the initiative to be very serious about it.
Okay, one thing I wish I knew before medical school would be to have a support system. Go somewhere where you will have a support system, because you're about to enter into years of, stress and, constantly just trying to figure out, how to get by, how to make it through. And so having friends, family there to help support and guide and get you out of the medical school world is always important.
Before coming to medical school, I wish I had known that for second year, it's really good to have an outside source that actually has less information than what's in class. Having an outside source that focuses on high yield information, such as Pathoma, helps you focus your mind, because you're not actually going to remember everything that you see in the class. Like, you're not going to remember every part of every note. Something that helps you consolidate your mind on the high yield things while still keeping in mind everything really helps you to keep things together.
One thing that I kind of wish I would have considered or known before beginning medical school was the financial aspect. So I would have done more research in that area of where can I be more funded, or where can I receive more scholarships. So I would definitely say look into that.
I think a big thing is the value in high yield resource material. So like even first year and second year early in the year, you should already be looking at first aid and looking at Pathoma and helping yourself prepare for STEP more than just going to class every day.
What I wish I would have known before med school is that it's okay to not be okay. You don't have to be completely like perky. You don't have to lie to everyone and lie to yourself and say that I'm okay. Everyone's stressed out. It's okay to be stressed out. And more importantly, it's okay to ask for help in terms of your mental health and your emotional health, because they're more important than your physical.
I wish I would have known just how to kind of get a head start on studying for USMLE Step 1. Personally, I would have taken a little bit towards the end of my first year of summer at the med school, and I would have started UWorld. That's what I would have done. Even if it was something light, like 5 questions here and there, 10 questions here or there, I definitely would have used that time now. Because when you get in second year, second semester, you're trying to find time to actually study for UWorld, and it's kind of overwhelming. So I definitely would have got a head start.
So I wish I would have just known to just accept the challenge completely, understand that it's going to be hard, and none of us are perfect, so we're not always going to get it right or know how to do things. And even with all of our training, there's still things we don't know and still things we have to learn as we go. So I wish that I would have fully accepted that, so I could just take a little bit of pressure off of myself and really just enjoy what I'm learning in each season, and minimize some stress. I also wish I would have learned, even though we feel like super busy and all we can do is study, it's so important to just have something that we hold on to, whether it's spirituality or working out, or involvement in organizations or the community, that just helps us feel whole, because that's going to make us great physicians.
When you are applying to med school and thinking about going to med school, you think it's going to be this really rough time where you're just like locked up in a room and studying, but it's actually, there is a lot of studying, but it's actually a pretty good time. We have fun, but we also get work done. And there's a high risk, high reward factor that really plays into medical school that's very important to acknowledge.
One of the things I wish I had known prior to getting in medical school as a second year student is how big an investment of time it is. It's made me more appreciative of time in general, really seizing every opportunity to learn, to study, and to just enjoy the moments while they're here.
Something I wish I would have known before coming to medical school is the amount of endurance and patience and just like sheer will it takes to get through what I've been through so far.
So I wish I would have known the toll that med school can take on your mental and physical health. Med school is very difficult, and you spend a lot more time sitting on your butt, studying in class, not moving as much. Also, you go through ups and downs with your grades, with studying, with just how you feel about yourself and your abilities. And so I just wish I would have known and been prepared to handle those things.
So I don't think there's anything that you can do to prepare for med school. I think I'm an experiential learner, and it's one of those things you kind of just got to jump in and do it. and you'll see when you get there?
There's nothing really that I wish I would have known because I just kind of made my own path. Like, you just have to go with what works for you and own it.
Well, I didn't know how difficult med school was going to be because, like, it wasn't... Undergrad was difficult, but I didn't think I'd be, like, spending, like, all this, like, blood, sweat, and tears in school and, like, sacrificing my 20s and, like, seeing all the people that are, like, my age going out and having, like, a real job and, like, getting married and all that. So I wish I'd maybe, like, taken a year off or something. But the grass is always green on the other side.
All right, guys, so that is the end of that vlog. Thank you all for watching. Please share, like, subscribe, and just let me know other things that you want to see. I really appreciate everybody's support. Vlogging has been really fun and a nice break from school and everything. So, whew, my eyebrows look a mess. And this is the real face of a second-year med student. Who am I to come at you with a face done, you know? I would be lying, okay? So, yeah, I'm gonna get back to studying because, you know, obvious reasons. And I will catch y'all soon. All right?
Dude, wait, let me
No! Wait, what was the question again?
What you wish you would have known before med school?
Oh. Close the door.
Yeah.
Look at us looking all professional.
Okay, right.
Yeah, that's a good, good.
I know.
Annoying. Okay.
Medical school. Start over.
Right, you can go ahead and start when you're ready. You don't have to introduce yourself. You can just say, I would have wished.
What was the question I'm answering?
So, you can begin when you're ready.
I need you to ask me the question first.
Okay.